with unique architectural design and the iconic estate is no different as it stands out in its opulence and elegance, with structures ranging from luxury apartments to fully detached duplexes and accessible environment that is located in the historic city of Ibadan. It is noteworthy. Sorry. It is noteworthy to mention that the estate being commissioned here today is an ultra-modern estate, as we have heard, from chapter 4, and we have seen also in the video that was shown to us. It is a fact that government alone cannot.
Development, especially real estate, is particularly a gaping gap for what we have seen around us. There are statistics that show that the level of deficit in real estate in the country and the state it is so much that any effort that is geared towards it is going to elevate people's standard of living. One more important thing that I would like to observe is that estates like this have two effects on a sprawling city like Ibadan. One, it decongest the inner cities and allow lifestyle living in an environment that is conducive, especially when you see the quality of what Odu'a and chapter 4 has brought up. My first thought when I saw chapter 4 was hoping that after this event, the managers and the organizers will tell us where chapter 5 is going to take place from, so that we know what to expect next and all that. But this is a very, very good initiative. And if you look at all the states around us, everybody is moving in this direction. Like the sister had said, Lagos State is, of course, doing some trailblazing in that disposition. But we are seeing also what is happening in Lagos State. And I will say that it's not only at this level. When we were going to do the one in Ogun State, which we call the Quincy's Court, when we saw the bill that came out per unit, we thought, in Ogun State, how can we do this? It came to something like maybe 50 million per unit. We had a debate in Exco, we had a debate in caucus, we had a debate with government. This is not possible in Ogun State. But we said, let's try. And then we tried with 60 units. Before the lintel of the building were reached, all the 60 units have been taken off. And now we're building, we can't even build fast enough. For real estate in Ogun State, it's a big issue for us because the deficit is so manifest that before we came into administration, all the low-cost housing units done by previous administrations had one issue or the other because people just didn't take up these things. So the first thing we did was to ask people, what exactly do you want to see? So they did the spec, and I'm sharing this with everybody here so that at least if you want to take a leaf from it, they did the specs of what they would like to see. Someone would like to park 2 cars in there because these are retirement homes for people who are in service. They want to park 2 cars, they want to have their own entrance, and then we went ahead and we did something. And today we are doing 1,500 units of low-cost housing, and everything is sold out. And the real issue is the fact that this is what people need. So I'm just going to say that look, those who are putting in real estate, do a little survey about what people live in your neighborhood and when it is going to be accepted. I want to congratulate Odu'a for taking this initiative. When we saw, when Odu'a made presentations that they are going to go into properties, we didn't know that it's going to be this soon. Because I'm also sitting on some of their deliberations. And now this is the first manifestation. We are whetting our appetite and we're looking forward to much more. And as an investor, and also the state is also advertising on the kind of dividends that we're going to get. So please call us for more of these things. And then when we are going, let the alert ring in the state that you have done that. But having said that, I just want to say a big congratulations to you. And like the foresight that I'm seeing, you can see that Odu'a is changing and it's changing for good. The things that they've achieved in the last 2 years is a lot. It gives us a lot of confidence that the actual thing are the people who are managing them and they are doing the track record that we make that good. So I want to congratulate everybody. Please have a good time. God bless.
Your Excellency, before I come to address you, let me make one or two observations in respect of today's program. So when we came in and then compares, they tried to introduce themselves as Yemi. One said Yemi, the other said Yemi, and then there's another Yemi out there. And I said to myself, even if we have 1,000 Yemis here this afternoon, there's only one Yemi that I recognize.
Hello? Yeah.
Our Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, GCON, SAN, our brother. So for today, that is Yemi that I know. Now, I will still come back to the address of His Excellency the Governor of your state, but permit me to make one or two observations with respect to today's POCA program. And it started with Professor Yemi Osinbajo, whom I have known since 1999, when both of us were Attorney General, he for Lagos and I for your state, Federal Republic of Nigeria. So once again, Your Excellency, it's a great pleasure for me to, even though we saw a couple of weeks back in Abuja, but I'm playing host to you officially this afternoon as Vice President of Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now, when you deal with a wet and fertile mind, like that of Professor Yemi Osinbajo, who saw far into the future when in fact he was about to take office of Vice President of Federal Republic of Nigeria, and saw what I can describe 7-8 years ahead. And he visited in London and they met with Chapter 4 people and encourage them to come to Nigeria to come and invest in real estate. You will know that the Vice President that you have has a wet mind and is a visionary Vice President. But when the MD of Chapter 4 came to say that in Chapter 4 Iconic Estate Limited was derived from the Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria, I sat back again to say that Chapter 4 of the Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria, he, the Vice President, will tell you whether it is justiciable or not. So that you will probably need to go consult him to find out whether the name of the company is apposite in the circumstances in which you find yourself. Therefore, if I were the owners of Chapter 4, speaking before the erudite lawyer, I would not make reference to the Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria. Be that as it may, before I go into the speech of His Excellency the Governor of your state, I would like to allude to the state of being in Nigeria. They have told you that there's a shortage of 20 million housing units in Nigeria. That is quite debatable. From records that I have interfaced with, I know that some people are saying we have surplus of homes in Nigeria, and they take Abuja as a reference point to say that there are so many empty houses in Abuja. But that is not correct. The correct position is that we have at least 20 million shortage of homes in Nigeria. And Oyo State's share of that 20 million is about 3.5 million to 3.8. Go and check record. And I know Lagos State is far shorter in terms of supply of homes to our citizens. So chapter 4, going to chapter 5, what you are doing is correct. And it cannot be wrong, because provision of the shelter is fundamental, and we must embrace, we must encourage. And in terms of what we are doing here, is Alakia Estate. It's central, it's strategic, because I do not know how to come about to talk to Odu'a people to get into partnership on this particular side. Oyo State government, under the leadership of His Excellency the Governor for your state, has made expansion of the economy a critical issue that is being pursued by this administration. And for that reason, coming from Lagos, there's this circular road that we have embarked upon. It's 110 kilometers. And when you get to Guru and you clear rock, you do not need to come to the city center. If you're going to Oshogo or Ife or Iwo or Fine, you just clear rock, and about 10 kilometers from this very point, you hit Ife Road. There's this airport road. When I wrote, courtesy of the Vice President this morning when we were coming to this place, he exclaimed to say that, Deputy, so not Atishe or Noyi, and I told him, yes, Atishe. That is the road from the airport to the junction of Ife Road. And that is going to impact positively on this very good project. And taking it further, the Air Force Base is being located now and is being built, just as this estate is being built, so that there's going to be a value addition in terms of provision of homes in your state. On that very note, let me acknowledge the presence of representatives of Odu'a governors of Ondo, Ekiti, and Lagos, Ogun. Where again? Osun. I'm standing representing Oyo State. I welcome you all. I congratulate the chairman Odu'a, my brother Bimbo, and the MD, GMD Odu'a, and your team. The representative of Cabins Odu'a of Ibadan. Mama, I'm Mori Yimbeyon, ageless Mama, thank you for putting up appearance at this occasion. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen of the press. His Excellency's remark is very short and it goes thus. Once again, let me heartily welcome Your Excellency the Vice President of Federal Republic of Nigeria, Professor Yemi of Osinbajo, GCON, SAN, and his entourage to Ibadan, the political capital of Southwest region. I also especially welcome Your Excellencies, governors of neighboring states, Odu'a states, as a matter of fact, represented by various personalities and functionaries of government of various of those states. The assignment before us today is one that touches on one issue most crucial to human existential reality. Basically, the human being needs food, water, air, and shelter to survive, and the guarantee he can launch, conquer new grounds, and make more discoveries. Shelter is key because without it, human existence is threatened. That's why the Oyo State government wholeheartedly welcomed and supported the idea of this estate when it was mooted in 2019. It is also because there is a compelling need to address our housing deficit, which has greatly impacted on our Human Development Index as a nation. This initiative of Odu'a Investment Company Limited bodes well with the deliberate design of government of Oyo State to make life more meaningful to the people of the state, open up the economy, and enhance the quality of life. Today, I am happy to see that the estate that was envisioned at the start of this administration is coming to life as we gather here today to inaugurate the first list of the Westlink iconic estate and Ibadan. At inception, the Westlink iconic estate is a joint venture project between Odu'a Investment Company Limited and Chapter 4 Estate Limited, who are partnering for the construction of 126 households. Right now, phase 1 of the project, involving 67 units of 5-bedroom detached and 4-bedroom semi-detached duplexes and 3-bedroom apartment flats, has been completed, and that is what we are commissioning this afternoon. I congratulate the management of Odu'a for ensuring that this project is delivered as scheduled, when on September 30, 2019, the then Commissioner for Works and Infrastructure in this state, Professor Raphael Afoja, represented me at the turning of sword event of this complex. At the same venue, he told the gathering on my behalf that the decision to build the estate was a piece of evidence that business community was beginning to trust the administration we were putting in place in Oyo State. I also told the gathering that Oyo State was open to business. Almost 4 years down the line, after that declaration, it is heartwarming to see that the trust reposed in the government of Oyo State under my watch by the business community has continued to wax even stronger. More and more businesses are making Oyo State their preferred destination. That is why we are pleased to host Africa's first cassava-based Sorbitol factory and the world's second largest in this state. Brent Sugar, another multi-billion naira project, has also sited its factory along the corridor of 76 km Iseyin Promotion Road, a greenfield project being constructed by our administration. I am happy to report that on a daily basis, we are beginning to see our vision of an Oyo State lifted from poverty to prosperity materialize fast. In different parts of the city of Ibadan and the state, world-class estates of this nature are springing up, affirming the fact that our determination to take the state to greater heights is a realizable objective. From the start of this administration in Oyo State, we set out on a 4-point agenda, which includes security, health, education, and expanded economy using the agribusiness value chain. Under the expanded economy platform, infrastructure has been a subset, and we have set out to build infrastructure that targets our economy. And this is what we see in the over 500 kilometers of road that we have either completed or about to complete across the state. The same is true of estates we have so far built, one of which is the Nigerian the GRA in Basharon, Agis, and Senator Rashid estate located along Lagos Ibadan Expressway. And we have so many more scattered around the next week. It will also be true of the Ilututu estate located in Akiade local government, as well as other estates around Jericho and different parts of the state.
Okay, I got to know. So,
Whether they are roads or estates, the economy of people of Oyo State has always remained the core of our economic expansion and agenda. We have built roads that link the 5 geopolitical zones of the state, and we will continue to bullish in our developmental strides. We will also continue to support initiatives such as this building estates that serve our people well. Let me further reiterate that the administration will not relent in its determination to keep facilitating development in a way that the future generation will be proud of. At this juncture, I need to allude to the remarks of the chairman of Odu'a, I think we have got our legacies as Yoruba race and Odu'a Investment Company Limited at this juncture is trying to really and living that legacy by this kind of infrastructure. And I know that Odu'a will have a lot to do, a lot more to do, in fact, because scattered across the western region, we have facilities that were handed over to us by our forefathers. And it is the duty of Odu'a conglomerate to really key into such and make sure that such facilities are built. Now, example is currently happening in Oyo State. The Premier Hotel, the GMD was with me 2 days ago, and he was trying to explain the modus operandi of turning around Premier Hotel. I was really very happy because apart from private hospitality outfits in Oyo State, government presence is really getting away from us. So put more efforts on this Premier Hotel transformation so that you can compete very well with the private sector initiative. Your Excellency, the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, GCON, SAN, it is on this note that I congratulate the management of Odu'a Investment for successful delivering this project. Let me assure other business interests and developers that Oyo State is open to business. The vast land we have gives us a competitive advantage which developers and industry can tap into. Once again, congratulations to Odu'a Investment, Chapter 4, Iconic Company Limited, and I wish His Excellency, the Vice President, a safe journey back. I think he's good. Lagos or Abuja? Look, Kabiyesi, I do not know what to make of him, the Vice President. He should stay here. Kabiyesi said you should stay around with us. Thank you very much, and God bless everyone.
Thank you, sir. Put our hands together.
On behalf of the board of Odu'a, I hereby present to you the traditional gogo of Ibadan. Because we are in the Ibadan, the largest city in Africa then, and I'm not sure whether it's the largest city. That's our token. And on behalf of Shams, a little gift from the chapter 4. Thank you.
On behalf of Chapter 4, we have present you one of the greatest technological gifts by the biggest technology company, Apple. Thank you very much. We had a technology man, that's why.
Thank you very much. Let's quickly take a vote of thanks before the vote.
All protocols duly observed. It gives great pleasure to give the vote of thanks at an event like this. And I particularly want to appreciate the VP that his inspiration brought about us meeting our partners with which Odu'a Investment is delivering this project. And as a mark of appreciation, I would want to say that this land was acquired by Odu'a Investment in 1979 from Oyo State Housing Corporation, who actually are landlords here. So it's a long relationship that we have with Oyo State. And what I want to stress is this, and that credit should go to the board, management, and staff of Odu'a. That from that 1979 to date, we finally have found useful purpose for the land since the last 40 years. And we are quite glad that the VP gave the inspiration to our partners that made this possible at this point in time. It is 3.8 hectares, and what we have developed is about 1.5 hectares. So we still have almost another 2.3 hectares to develop. So it's ongoing, and investors are encouraged to come along. I want to thank our shareholders, the 6 Southwest states, whose mandate to do an investment comes out from the history and antecedents of the organization. The mandate is clear in the sentence: to be the engine room for the economic development of the Southwest. And that means not holding bounds. Anything that relates to economic development, they expect Odu'a to be pivotal and to be the fulcrum for making that happen. We appreciate you for the support as shareholders, the governments of Oyo, Ondo, Ogun, Osun, Ekiti, and Lagos states for the kind of support that the board receives, the board and management receives from you in all the strides that we are making. We are particularly happy with Oyo State government, with the enabling environment and the support they give to us for this project to go on. Your Excellency, thank you very much in that respect. I want to acknowledge and especially thank Kabiyesi, the Olubadan of Ibadan, the Ibadan, the capital of the Southwest, which is home to all of us, for hosting us where we have the headquarters of Odu'a and all the things we are now trying to do, the support we see from Kabiyesi. Chief Kolada Esi, thank you very much for representing Kabiyesi. Please extend a very, very warm regards to him. I go ahead to specially thank the chairman, board of directors of Odu'a Investment, Odu'a Bimbo Ashiro, all the very distinguished and esteemed directors of Odu'a, who are men and women of means. And we are getting the acceleration courtesy of the capable board that we have in place. Allusion was made to Premier Hotel earlier on, just like allusions were also made into our investment into oil and gas with the acquisition of a marginal field. All of this has happened where our board have just been like a hunchback. And there's confidence on the side of management that nothing to fear. So from our board to our shareholders, we have their mandate and their encouragement, and we are there to happen to the world. So we thank sincerely the board of Odu'a Investment for this. Our partners who have made this possible are iconic UK partners who ended up registering Nigeria as Chapter 4 Estates Management Limited. We are quite delighted for the trust and confidence, and the questions keeps coming. Ipe Shashima surprise one because they keep asking me, what I in Nigeria they do business like this transparently. So thank you for trusting in us, and I want to put it on record openly out there that Odu'a Investment is open for business. We have governance at the highest level, and the greatest assets we also have comes from our shareholders who are not in any way infringing on the board in running the organization. So we are out there based on our sectors to happen to the economy of the Southwest and beyond. Any reason why we are in oil is to earn foreign currency so that we can invest globally. By earning foreign currency to be able to invest globally. So we are open for business in Nigeria and overseas. Let me also thank present directors and management staff, chairmen of Odu'a subsidiaries, who are all present here. We thank you sincerely. Our colleagues who are representing Odu'a Investment on associate boards also, like Nigerian, like Lafarge, like Wema Bank, we thank you also for making this event a very great one. I will not complete without thanking our different development partners, not just in real estate alone, but even in other sectors where we are investing, in technology, in logistics and e-commerce, in ICT and digital, and we had a big espouse with the Vice President when we visited him in terms of opportunities in this area, which is important to the youth population. And because Odu'a has to identify with the present and the future, we keep investing in areas that interest the youth population so that this legacy can be further enhanced going forward. Let me also say there are stakeholders for Odu'a everywhere. Literally, anybody of Yoruba extraction has a claim on Odu'a. I want to thank you for all the support and encouragement that we receive from you. On behalf of all my colleagues on the management and staff of Odu'a Investment and subsidiary companies, we thank you sincerely for this. Let me not forget to leave out the media, who have at all times been giving projection to what we are doing. I sincerely thank you very, very much. Thank you very much and God bless.
Ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies, please can we put it together for Odu'a Investments and Chapter 4? It can be louder, it can be louder, it can be louder.
Your state of Ogun State, Mr. Olatokun Joseph Canada, representing the governor of Ogun State, Nigerian team, former Minister of Industry, Dr. This is for CON, former Deputy Governor of Ogun State, graduate, Secretary to the Government of Oyo State, Mrs. Osinbajo, and other members of the Oyo State Executive and Security Council President. The Ashiba of Ibadan and Chief Ashiba representing the Yoruba, the Royal Majesty of our Chairman Odu'a Investment Company Limited.
Mr. Adewale Raji, and other members of the management and staff who are present in the company present. The Pro-Chancellor of the State University, Professor Ashim, Board Chairman, Chapter 4 Estate Management Limited, Mr. Olariwaju Siraju, and the Managing Director and CEO of the Chapter 4 Estate Management Limited, Mr. Shams Odu'a, and other members of staff and management of Chapter 4 Estate present. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, let me say how very pleased I am to join you this afternoon at this commissioning of the Westlink iconic villa. And there are those who may ask why this particular private housing development is one that I needed to be here personally to commission. The reason is more than one, and I'm sure you've heard already some of them. But the fact is that this is a project that demonstrates what we as an administration, the federal government, has preached since 2015. It's a project that tells two important stories. One is the story of success of local entrepreneurship and forward-looking development finance. Local entrepreneurship, of course, these are diaspora friends, and forward-looking development finance in the body of Odu'a Investments Limited. The first part of that story is that the Nigerian diaspora has a crucial role to play in investments in our economy, and that the investment prospects in our economy are great. And though it may require some sacrifice, the rewards are well worth it. As we heard from the CEO of the fourth Chapter 4 investments, in March 2015, just after the APC won the general election, I was in the United Kingdom meeting with Nigerians in diaspora. Several business persons were present at that meeting at the Marriott Hotel in Kilburn in London. Mr. Shams Odu'a says that I may have forgotten that meeting, but that he definitely remembers. But I will show you a video which tells you that I not only remember the meeting, I also recorded the meeting. Look at this video, this is that meeting, and that I think is you. Right there. As you can see, this is a much younger looking me as well. And this happened in Kilburn on that occasion where we met at the Marriott Hotel. And thereafter, after the meeting, we had a discussion, which is what we're looking at up here. And after that discussion is what I believe led to your decision to come to Nigeria. I think we encouraged ourselves that it was important for them to bring back their skills and capital back home and to partner with the incoming APC government to develop Nigeria. After that event, I had the discussion again with the event, of course, was the one that I referred to. We had that discussion at the Marriott Hotel. And he expressed a very keen interest with the Shams Odu'a. Expressed a very keen interest in coming back home to invest in real estate. I believe it was sometime after that, going by the story, that he and others in the Chapter 4 investment company came together to develop this project. They kept me informed through a mutual contact, another Nigerian from the diaspora, Mr. Odu'a, who, by the way, returned to Nigeria shortly after this meeting and is now working as a director at the Bureau of Public Enterprises back there in Abuja. The road to raising capital, as you've heard, was rough, but they kept at it through the year. But the breakthrough appears to have been that they are coming across Odu'a Investments Limited. and Odu'a Investments started itself, as you know, we've all heard the story of Odu'a Investment Limited. It started as a development company in the golden era of development in the Western region. At that time, of course, as you know, Chief Obafemi Awolowo was Premier of the Western region. Odu'a Investments Limited at the time got several industries, real estate investments, etc. But in later years, its fortunes deteriorated, especially during military rule, until in recent years, when the governors of the Southwest states, inheritors of the illustrious legacy of the Western region then, under the premiership of Obafemi Awolowo, decided to turn over the management of the company to seasoned and tested professionals and business persons who were given a completely free hand to run the affairs of the company. So it is the new and greatly improved Odu'a Investment which we see today and which brought the vision of our diaspora investors, Chapter 4 Estates Management Limited, UK, to build what we have here today. So the story of the Westlink iconic housing unit here in Alakia is a story of the triumph of ideas and a vision of private enterprise development and capital working seamlessly together. There's a lot that we can do in housing in Nigeria. There's a significant deficit, somewhere between 17 and 20 million houses. There's a deficit that we are told we have, which should ordinarily be a major economic opportunity, not just for house ownership, but also for the many jobs and manufacturing opportunities that housing brings. The missing link is not the market. There is a market for housing, as we've heard from the Secretary to Government of Ogun State. 1,500 housing units snapped up very quickly. And this is not necessarily low-cost housing. The missing link is also not the number of ideas for private development. There's so many ideas for private development. The missing link is housing finance. It is affordable mortgages. That is the missing link. Social housing and affordable mortgages is what we need to get. Every developed economy has had to develop usually with government support and mortgage schemes that are affordable. So what needs to be done is that government must provide the capital to de-risk single-digit mortgage lending by the banks. And when I say government, not just the federal government, but also state governments. The United States, with all its free market protestations, in 1968 established the Federal National Mortgage Association, which is commonly called the Fannie Mae. This is a U.S. government-sponsored enterprise, and since 1968, it has become a publicly traded company. So the U.S. government had to intervene to de-risk lending, housing finance, even in the U.S., despite all the talk about private capital, about free markets, etc. There's also Freddie Mac in the U.S. The Federal Home Loan Mortgage Corporation is also a publicly traded government enterprise created in 1970 to expand the secondary market for mortgages in the U.S. So the role of government is crucial. There is no way we can escape government putting in significant funding and putting it in smartly in order to de-risk the kind of capital that then becomes lending to those who are doing housing projects such as this today. We started that process in our Housing for Jobs program under the Economic Sustainability Plan. The Economic Sustainability Plan was the federal government's response to the COVID-19 pandemic and the aftermath. The Family Homes Fund was the arrowhead for the first phase. So the CBN in that arrangement was to provide an intervention fund for mortgage finance through the Family Homes Fund. Part of that fund was provided, but not what was adequate to get the fund to the stage where we thought it would get to. And we're still working on that program. But there must also be affordable private sector funding for housing. So we must commend Odu'a for providing the support for the project. The future is bright if we stick to the vision of providing de-risking funds supported with development finance funding, such as from Odu'a. Private capital is also going to be very important. But I think that it's very crucial that governments and private sector see this as an important investment opportunity and also as an important development opportunity. Mass housing is crucial. We can't do without mass housing. We started the mass housing project also under the Family Homes Fund. Some of the governments that have done exceptionally well in mass housing, and I'm not talking about affordable housing, but mass housing. The Borno State government, for example, partnered with us on the mass housing program, the Family Homes Fund. And today they've done 10,000 units of mass housing. 10,000 units of mass housing. So it is entirely possible for us to do mass housing on the scale that we need to do it in order to make up the deficit. It's also entirely possible for us to do affordable housing, housing that's a bit more middle class, and make it affordable for the middle class, for people in the civil sector, for teachers, and for private business people, through the de-risking facilities that the federal government and state governments can provide. So today we congratulate the management and staff of Chapter 4 and the Odu'a Investment Limited on this landmark investment. But not just for this landmark investment, but for the hope that this project gives us for the future of housing in Nigeria. I commend you all, and I thank you very, very much for seeing to it that not only did we talk about this, but that we actually made it happen. Thank you very much. God bless you.
The Vice President deserves another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. At this point, we'll take the national anthem.